Hi everyone, Paul Morbid here, Morbid Team Entertainment. Going to be talking about the Minolta XL-440 Sound. This is a Super 8 camera, and I love Minolta products. They made some really great quality Super 8 cameras, and that's really why they went out of business, because of high quality. They also made some junk, just like any other company did, but a lot of their cameras that are quality are rare, and they're difficult to find, and they're better quality cameras than this Super 8 camera as well. And they are a rarity to get your hands on when they're clean and good quality. This one is clean. I'm really pretty much amazed at it when I got it. It's really clean all the way around. Even has the eye cup here. Still in good use. Alright, fourth mount for the tripod. Here you got your lock. As I press the shutter button right here, that's so you won't lose any more film in case something gets jotted around, but you won't be doing that because you'll be using a quality hard case for your cameras is what you want to do. I do highly suggest this camera for film students. It films at the FPS of 18 frames per second, which means as a tool for the filmmaker, you'll have more than one camera in your arsenal as you build. This one is good for just shots for filming a gore scene, filming a still scene, someone lightly walking, lightly jogging, you know, walking, stuff like that, and still special effects. It's really good with that. The lens is very nice, very clear. Quality right here is just, you know, that's metal, you know, it's really smooth. And also you want to keep this, you know, serviced as well. Before you film with it, send it to a service technician. But these are quality cameras, but just stay away from the junk ones. All right, here you got you got the backlight, auto, and battery. You know, the only thing mine didn't come with is, which is fairly typical, is the battery holder. It came with a battery holder. So what happened was, you know, my deduction is this is Minolta got tired and learned from other companies who the customers would, you know, from any other camera, would leave their batteries inside their camera, and the entire battery compartment would corrode. So what they did is they made battery holders, you know. So it either, from the previous owner, corroded, or someone dropped it and it broke. You know, they give you an instruction manual right here, okay, of what it looks like. You can also look up online what the battery holder looks like. But if you lose that one, it's no big deal, because they have a 9-volt DC external that came with it. And you can craft one of those as well. Alright, so it's not a loss. There's your film counter. And if you need to adjust the diopter, the eyepiece right here, if it's blurry, here is the dial right there. Get some light on that. There you go. That's it. At the end of my finger, just turn it. It's round. Just turn it just like that. There's your zoom. When you want to make the zoom right there, just press that. Those buttons there. All right. It's hard plastic. Now, if you drop this, it very well could crack. It may not. All right, depending on where you drop it. But, you know, you can also 3D print these bodies today. I think it's going to take a very hard bang to crack this. I really, really do. The lens is quite good. It really is. You'll be pretty surprised by that again. Let's see here what I may have missed. Let's take a look inside the camera. All right, this is what we need to do. Okay, for a vintage Super 8 camera, it's pretty light, but some people today may find it a bit heavy. However, these items down here are no longer as of use because it's a sound camera, okay, and sound film has no longer been made for a long time. However, you can use a silent cartridge. The opening button is here. So all we're going to do is just push it up. It actually has an arrow on it right there. Push it up, okay, and it's going to open up. It'll surprise you. It's kind of silent. You open up like that. There's the door. But how do you get the cartridge? Just take the door and pull it all the way back, and it's going to eject the cartridge for you. You don't have to jerk it back. Just do it easily, and the cartridge will just come popping right out for you right there. So film students, by the way, if you're going to be asking what this K40 is, it's an early film from Kodak. No, it no longer exists. Okay, you can get that process, but it's going to be really nasty looking, maybe a black and white, something like that. If you can get anything out on it at all, if you're making experimental filmmaking, then it can be very worthwhile. Here's the inside. Let's take a closer look. The advance wheel here, it is plastic, but it is a hard plastic right there. So it seems pretty reliable. The gate right over here, everything on this one is quite clean. As I'll turn it around, and you can see right there. Very nice. So the only way I can do this, guys, sorry about the jitters like that, but if you're a guy like me who appreciates jittery movement, then we're doing good. Okay, so the ASA ISO is 40 through 160, which means if you're a guy like me, a filmmaker like me, who enjoys reversal film, this camera is for you for filmmaking. So you're going to be using 100D reversal, and it's good. You're taken care of. Cameras are filmmakers' tools, and you'll have more than one in your arsenal. So there you are, 100D, and just catch those, like I said, those certain effects that are non-moving. This camera is great for this. All right, put the film back in, and I want to show you this. Look how clean the sound section still is. Look at that. Pinch roller right over there to the far left. Look at everything. I'm really surprised it's not rusted. Pinch roll is not gooey, anything like that. So I really lucked up on this. When you find yours, I hope you will too. Let's put the film back in. Just pop it in just like that. Then take the door and close it. Watch here. You know it's closed. Your CCA built-in filter is right here. Just slide it to and fro. Just like that. So again, what you can do is you can make an adapter, or you can find one, whichever way you want to do, and it's an external right there. 9-volt DC. Okay, you can make that as long as you want. You can have that, put it in your pocket, that type of a thing. Check up on some photos of that. This is 6 AA batteries that would go in here. If it were in the battery clip, it would go in there too. A holder, and it would just clip in there. Again, it shows you the instructions right there. But either way, I used to have I love Reflex cameras as well, and that's 16mm of course, so the battery on that was just huge. I could hang it on the tripod or have it on my person, or just have it on the, you know, on the ground basically. Here you got, of course, a much smaller version. But again, these are great cameras to have, these Minoltas. Really good quality. Just look out for the cheap, flimsy ones. You'll see them, you'll know. But when you come across a really good Minolta, you want to grab it up. Check the specifications on it online, on the model that you get. These Minoltas, they look different, but they're great filming cameras. All right. And remember, everyone, for more videos like this, do subscribe. Until next time, later.